The following may not be suitable for children under the age of 18. Welcome to the Sky Genie Show, the absolute worst show you'll ever hear. I am the Sky Genie, so let's get ready to have some fun. For those of you who are wanting an update on Genie Jr, well, if you thought yesterday with him drinking bleach was one thing, here's something else. He's currently in hospital right now. And no, it wasn't cost of the bleach. I mean, he was up and walking around the next day. I mean, he's fine. I'm fine with that. But he stuck his dick into a car muffler or exhaust pipe, and he got it stuck and having it surgically removed. And, yeah, he's a special boy. I'd like to give a few shout-outs. First to Yuck Nasty of Get In The Corner. You can check them out on Mixler on Wednesday at 9 p.m. if you're in America. If you're in Australia like me, it's 11 a.m. on a Thursday. Secondly, Anthony Missionary Thomas of Wrestling Soup. You can check them out on Thursday on Mixler at 9:30 p.m. or if you're in Australia like me, 11:30 a.m. on a Friday. Wrestling Soup also has another show called the Saturday Morning Shitbox, which is apparently sometime on Saturday and day or afternoon. But if you're in Australia, it's sometime at Sunday early in the morning. You can believe me about late nights staying up for that. But it's an awesome show and you should really check it out. They also do post pay-per-view shows, which if you've seen, there is absolutely a lot of them. So please check them out. Wrestling Soup. Motherfucker. If you would like to follow me on Twitter, I am at SDD916. And if you'd like to join our my Facebook page, it is the Sky Genie unofficial official group page. And if you would like to donate to the show to show your support for the show, go to the homepage of my YouTube channel and click on the donate button. You can donate as much as you like, and your donations will go towards the show and helping improve the quality of the show so you get a way better show than you're getting right now. Besides TNA news, I don't really have much to talk about, but I have found a few things other than wrestling that I'll be happy to talk about, and I thought it was pretty interesting. But first, here is a word from our sponsors. Yeah, that's right. Sponsors. Are you a guy that likes to stick his dick into everything? And I'm not just talking about women. I'm talking about objects like exhaust pipes in your car or a toaster. Well, I got the solution for you. get help. Yes, that's right. Get yourself some help, because you're a sick fuck. Yes, that's what you are. You're sick in the head. Sometimes people need that extra bit of help to make sure those weird things are taken care of. I take Genie Jr. all the time, because he's a special boy. And maybe you're just that little bit special too. So go get some help today. Are you a fan of Dixie Carter and want to grow up to be just like her? Well, you have the opportunity to attend Dixie Carter's Dumbass University. Yes, Dixie Carter's Dumbass University. You can be as dumb as fuck, just like her, and turn out like one of her students. I'm smart. Like Dixie. To find out, go to www.dumbassdixie.com. This may not actually be a site. And well, I guess we get on to the news. And well, TNA, well, that's pretty much been news all week, and it's going to be news for the going into next week, I guess. Rumor is that there's a few more rumors going around that TNA has cancelled flights and matches, and possibly will not be having Bound for Glory. Well, to go further on that, in news on the sale, apparently Dixie Carter is actually making the transaction a lot more difficult than it actually seems. And from what Dave Meltzer is reporting, is that she is actually being really clueless in the whole deal, and really out of touch. And it's kind of sad when you think about it, because I mean, what is this woman's deal? I mean, I guess she wants to get the money back of what she put into it, and I understand that, but TNA is pretty much in the shitter, and there's nothing really anybody can really do about it. And at this point, it really looks like that WWE is at the front of acquiring TNA, unless Billy Corrigan or some other party is able to buy it, produce the money to pay for the next set of tapings and the pay-per-view. And listening to Wrestling Soup, Don Tony break down that really, because there will be so much debt brought on with the company, with talent not being paid yet, talent that is actually left that is still owed, and maybe lawsuits that even that could really hurt TNA in the sale anyway, because it won't let him go ahead. And really, it's a whole lot of a big mess. And by the looks of it, I think TNA is essentially done. Tomorrow, because I don't know if I'm going to be doing a podcast or whenever in the next few days, and then that we hear that TNA is actually gone out of business, I'm thinking I might be doing a show on Mixlr on the Sky Genie Show. The Sky Genie Show on Mixlr live. I can't do call-ins, but I am looking on Skype, but I am looking for other alternatives that I could do a call-in. Otherwise, I'll be just giving some news and answering questions in the chat room. So if you'd like to come along and listen for the show and some news, please do. New Japan's Kota Ibushi is set to team up with Hideo Itami to compete in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. I think this is a really good idea, and I really like the idea of them bringing outside talent to compete in these tournaments. I'd love to see teams like the Young Bucks or Roppongi Vice or any other tag team out there that to bring in a lot of depth, as well as WWE talent as well, I guess. But make this sort of a big thing, because Dusty Rhodes was an iconic figure and wasn't really known for just WWE, but for everywhere. So I think it's a good fitting tribute for a guy, and it's really a great way to expose new talent to a bigger, larger audience. A bit of non-wrestling news, and something that's probably a little bit amusing that I found. There was a man in an Australian pub or bar, as Americans will probably call it, in the beer garden, there was a guy doing 5 lines of cocaine, and was actually, but not only doing that, he was actually sitting down and masturbating for at least 40 minutes from the reports. This is kind of weird, but hey, whatever floats your boat, right? And if he can do that in public, I mean, why not? I might give it a bit of the situation of these shows that are happening, because as this is the 4th day in a row I've done a show, and the plan is never to actually do these every day, because I mean, let's face it, I'm going to run out of material if I keep doing stuff like that for gags and stuff like that. The idea for the show was pretty much just to drop whenever. There's no set day, there's no set time, there's really not even set anything, and just the fact that I just do them is just this week there happens to be, big news happening with TNA, and normally what the plan is for these shows are maybe do it weekly, maybe 1-2 a week. The idea was to only ever cover Raw and SmackDown. If I'm doing more than that, it's because it's a big news. So next week you will probably hear 1 or 2 shows. So, and which is what I want to do more of that, and it also gives me more to think of more ideas, because I like every show I do. I like to do better than the last show, better than the last show, better than the last show, and because I'm not going to do that, and I love promoting that this is the worst show ever. Anybody listening, I like to do sort of gags at the start. Well, of course, at the start of everything, but the idea is to guest endorsements. I'm trying to, if people would like to send in a guest endorsement, all you'd pretty much have to do is record your name and your show, and say you're listening to the Sky Genie Show, the absolute worst show ever, and you can absolutely bury it. Don't make it too long, just enough to say, just enough to get your point across, promote your show and whatever, and I'll be happy to promote it. I'll even put links or write in the description below of where your show can be heard and at what time, if it's live, if it's recorded, whatever. I'll be happy to do that. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.